Vegas Live with Ninon. I'm Ninon, your host, and of course you know where I am. I'm at the Art House Theatre. That's where we're filming. And we're in actually the Art Center in Las Vegas. And I have the fabulous author, Esther Franks, with me. We've been trying to get her on the show for a long time, but you know, we're beginning to get a bit of a waiting list for the show. We can't get everybody on, so, but at last we have you. Esther, how are you?
I'm okay. Thank you so much for having me.
You're looking absolutely wonderful.
You
I
too.
love your dress. I feel
Thank
like
you.
we're going to go to a ball. I'm going to start dancing, dance with
Thank
me.
you. You too. You look beautiful.
Thank you. Well, all the compliments flying around, we obviously could get a good interview. Anyway, so you are a author.
Yeah.
Have you always been an author or a singer as well?
No. I was a movie producer.
A movie
Yeah,
producer.
and a spiritual leader in the church. And I decided to write my book, something to help out women. I work with women all over the world and meeting people.
You work with women all around the world. Now, women all around the world, as we know, they're all in different countries, different states.
Mm-hmm.
We all have a different way of living. The English women have their kind of crazy way.
Which is true. Which is true.
And then you've got, and the reason I'm saying this is because then you think of the Middle East, where that's a completely, and I think, I'm not quite sure which country it is, but they've just allowed the women to drive cars.
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia?
Yeah.
They're now allowed, we're living in 2021,
Yeah.
and they're allowed to drive cars.
It's true.
Now, are you involved in all these different things that women do?
Absolutely, yeah.
What is the problem between this man and women thing? What's the problem? Do women want to be like men? Or what's going on?
I think it's their culture and their religion, so it's something like we have our own religion, and over there it's just
where are you
something
originally
like
from? Because you're talking
Nigeria.
You're from Nigeria.
Yeah.
It's very different there for women. Oh my goodness, the stories I've heard from Nigerian women.
I know.
Nigerian women have it pretty tough.
It's true. I'm originally from Nigeria, but I grew up in Europe, in France, and school over there.
Yeah.
Then I started my movie production in France.
Oh really?
Yeah, so that is
Oh,
what
wow.
took me from one country to another, and at the same time meeting women.
Did you have to, or were you able to leave Nigeria, or did you have to escape?
No, leave Nigeria.
You were able to leave it, because there's so many countries now. I never know if they're trying to escape or what's going on. It's all very tragic.
Yeah,
and
it's
especially for the women. This women thing is.
I know it's really sad. It's sad because at the same time, you look at it. I didn't want to. My first time of leaving Africa, being to France and meeting women there, see the culture is different.
Totally.
And when I graduated, then I decided to say, okay, I started my movie production. Then I decided, we're taking artists from one country to another. Then I just like something like a spiritual thing.
You got caught up in the entertainment business, but in
Mhm.
a spiritual way.
In a spiritual way.
So why did you give up and stop producing? Did you not like what you were producing, or did you not have enough going on for you?
Actually, I didn't give up. I'm
You're still
on it.
producing?
Yeah.
Well,
so
that's good.
I didn't give up on that because I still work with other producers around the globe. I just decided to go into a spiritual way because of the kind of situation I'm meeting people, and they needed somebody like when you have your own situation and you get out of it, and you meet other women that they stuck on your situation, they don't know another way
You're
out.
opening up a whole sort of different way of
Yeah.
life. It's funny because a lot of the people, a lot of the well-to-do people in the Middle East, in Nigeria and everywhere, the people that have money, they've sent their children to another part of the world to get an education. Then those children come back to their home and where they live, and they go, hey, Mom, Dad, this is not the way to live. This is how they live there.
Absolutely.
So they've brought this culture, giving their children a better education, which we all want for our children. And then, but the problem is the children come back, and now Mum and Dad, no, I can do this there. I've just done this for 4 years in college and everything, so I've just done this, you know, so why can't I do it here? Because it's the culture.
It's a culture.
So how do you get through that with the children?
Actually, my children, I would say, they're born here. The other one was born in France,
Yes.
and they kind of grew up in the culture of this. So, which I'm still trying to. I'm the one now teaching them the culture, Africa culture.
You're now teaching the culture of your country to them because they weren't brought up there.
So
That's a switch.
I know. So I have to take them down to Africa for them to learn.
And you take them down because you've got Nigerians there. You've got some very high class. It's funny. I just did a Nina's network. I just did with Clubhouse, and it's very funny because 2 Nigerian young men actually called in from Nigeria, and they were telling me everything that was going on there and what's happening and what happens with the women there. It's very sad with the women that come from a very poor family, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a situation that I would say every country has that. Every country has those. There are some side they are rich, and there are some side they are poor.
Yes.
Like I said, what really motivated me to do this, write this book, and draw me into spiritual way is that.
So what is your most prominent thing to get through to people to understand the women, or to get the women to understand that they can do this and they can do that and it's okay, but in their own country it's not?
There is a culture that question is something that I experienced my experience in different countries. Like when I went to Saudi Arabia, you can dress like without covering yourself.
You can?
Yeah. No, you cannot.
Oh, you can't. So you have to be covered.
If I'm in Saudi Arabia, I have to respect the law.
You have to respect.
Yeah. For me, it's very difficult when I go out. It's like I can't breathe, you know. So when I went to Dubai, yeah, you can dress.
Anywhere you want?
Yeah, anywhere you want in Dubai. So
in Dubai.
The culture
so
is
they've
different.
made their own special country where the women are quite relieved and they like it.
Yeah.
Now, do these, I've also heard a lot of women don't like it. I've also had a lot of women, they like to have how it was and they like that protection and they like how they're brought up and they like to live that way.
Yeah, which is true. Me, it's, when I was there talking to some of the women, a lot of them don't like it. Because I ask questions, do you like what you are doing? Do you like the dressing, They want to be free. They need freedom, Yes. So it's our responsibility to see what we have to come up with something, how we can help them. So that is what really drove me into this.
And I definitely agree with that, but I'm still in a great belief of all over the world that women are women and they are not men, and men are not women.
Yeah.
And they have, we've got our exceptions. But what we do as women as a whole, we nurture, we do this. Men don't do that. And I don't know why so many women want to take on a role as a man. And then when they do, when they're stuck and the man now is divorced and they're stuck with 3 or 4 kids, they think, well, what did I do? It's a problem, isn't it?
It's a problem, but at the same time, all women are not the same. There are some
That's
women
true.
that they can take the role of like being a man and they're doing everything without even looking back, There are some that they just like, not that we cannot do it, but God created everybody. We are women.
Yes.
They are men.
That's the difference.
Yeah, we can change it.
We can't change any of that.
It's
I
true.
do agree, though, there are a lot of women, I do believe that a lot of women underestimate themselves because I don't think they realize the strength they have without yelling or screaming or getting angry. I think if they do it in a way that if they realize their strength, the reason I say that, I left home when I was 16 and I've been through this crazy life, but I've never had to sort of worry, I want to do it the man's way or I want the man's way of doing it. I've never worried about that because it doesn't bother me.
It doesn't, yeah.
But it doesn't, so I think if a woman takes on her own culture and her own being, shouldn't they do that?
I don't think, like I said before, it's not men are men. God created them to be men.
Yeah,
Women
yes.
are women,
Yeah.
So being that you want to be like a man, I can say, yeah, there are things you can do. Men do, women do it now, We can even do it better, But that doesn't change who
Doesn't
we
change
are.
who we are. We're still,
Doesn't change
who we are.
We just need to stay where we are and let them be where they are. You
Better.
understand? Men are still there. We respect them,
Yes, and they respect us.
they
Maybe we
respect
want to be
us.
respected more. I don't
That
know.
is-
I
that
don't know
is
what we all want. We're all very fickle. Women are so fickle. So now you're an author, and what is this book about exactly?
The book, The Forge in the Fire by Faith, is a book about my true life story. And it's a religion story. About my story, and I just want people to read it, especially maybe men or women that are stuck with some situation. They don't know how to get out of it, So it's encouraging something. It's a book that is motivating. It's going to motivate people.
It motivates people, but it probably motivates the woman more.
Women more.
Women more.
Especially those
And
with
that's
the
kind of in a religious way, or what, or a faith way, or
faith way.
more of a faith. So
Faith way.
it's faith coming in, and faith is believing actually
It's
in what
true.
you do.
It's true.
That's all. Faith is trusting, isn't it?
It's true.
Do most people know what faith really is? Do they? I don't personally think.
It depends on religion.
Yeah.
Everybody, like when I went to India, some of them, there are Christians.
Yeah.
Some of them are like Hindus. They believe in their kind of like water serving and everything. For me, as long as it's God, I don't just like, oh, this one, So everyone knows how to serve
I
their
think
God.
every woman in the
Yeah.
entire world believes
Yeah.
the way she
So-
believes, whatever way
I
that
know,
may be.
so-
Because we are characters, and I often look at it and I think, how can men put up with us? Because we change our minds so fast.
It's true.
We think very fast, and I think the reason we think fast and the reason we're so quick is because we bear the children, and we're very used to sort of saving them, or very used to doing something fast or quickly, or even knowing what they're going to do before they do it.
It's true.
Absolutely. So is this your first book?
Yeah, this is my first book. I used to write like the script for movies, but this time I decided to just concentrate on.
Are you going to make this into a movie?
Yeah, sure.
So who's going to play you? Are you going to play you?
That is something that if somebody knows it look like me and is interested in being in the movie, then get hold of Nino later, then get in touch with us, So we're going to be doing that later.
When you're going to start it now? Is this book?
Um,
Where can they get this book? First of all, where
The
can we
book
get?
is available at Amazon.com, Barnes and Noble stores around the 50 states. Now it's available at Target.com. They can also get it at Power.com or DayForVictoryMinistry.com, and it's also available at the Interboard.com. So
Okay.
it's pretty much going, and they can also get it from the publisher website, Christian Faith Publishing. They also have it there.
And it's already out.
Already out.
It's already out. What has been the response? Has it been good or?
Good. I have pretty much nice, excellent review on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, and shout out to all the military, everybody serving the country out there. Thank you so much. They're supporting my book, and I'm supporting them too. Also, I have the band. I'm supporting the police. Thank you, everybody.
What is this band
This
for?
is the band for the
Oh,
our Nevada.
it says Back the Blue.
Yeah, I'm back in the blue.
Likewise, she's also wearing
Yes,
blue.
yes.
I didn't have blue on. I should have got red shoes, but
When
sorry.
it comes to every man or woman that wear the uniform serving our country, yeah, I'm siding them. I'm with them. So
Well, I think anybody who serves, whatever they serve, whether fire department, police department, whatever they serve, I think we need to understand them a little bit more. If they go into danger and don't think about it, they
It's
just
true.
go.
It's true.
We run from danger, we
It's
run
true.
away, they run in.
it's true.
And they take care of whatever they can take care of. I know there's some that, maybe take it a little further, but everybody does. Thank you for watching. And where can they get this? They can get the book. What about your website? You have a website?
Yeah, I have a website coming up. It's going to be the Universal Achievement Award. That is another award where they can get another website where they can get the book at. It's an award show that we do every year.
Okay.
We bring celebrities from different countries.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah,
And is
they
that
bring-
done through the internet?
Huh? Yeah.
That's done through the internet.
I'm going to be inviting you for the next one.
I'll go to the next one.
So we have
Thank
it coming up next year, April 16 in Las Vegas. It's going to be at the Hot Theater. So that is coming up. So they can also find it on Facebook, author Esther Franks, or Amazon.
What we are talking about, it is the world. It is the world. Amazon, etc. Because that's definitely where you can
It's
get
true.
it. Thank you so much, Esther.
Thank
Esther's
you for
absolutely
having me.
amazing.
Thank you for having
and
me.
we, at long last, we will be back with our next guest. But don't forget to go to YouTube. This show will be coming up on YouTube in the next couple of days. And don't forget to subscribe, and we'll be back with our next guest. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Shout out to Tessie, the wonderful catering cooking in Las Vegas here. Whatever, you're doing a party and you need somebody for the catering and everything, hit me up on Facebook, author Esther Franks and Tessie. You're going to love it, and she bake anything at all. So thank you, everybody. Thanks
What
for
a great
having me.
shout out that is. Take care. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right.
There we are.
We've reached the age of live streaming on social media shows. You may ask, we're already ahead of the curve, so why do you need to advertise with us? Well, only 8% of the businesses in the US are using digital advertising to grow their business. That's 2 percentage points short of reaching critical mass, which will lead to faster results. We have 20 plus shows with a reach of over 80,000. We'll give you commercial ads, website link, and connections to nonprofit organizations. So get your brand ready for digital monetization, for we are looking for sponsors, which will bring more traffic to your business and ultimately mean more sales. So let's bring the world to you. Inquire now. Motivate and empower others, but you do not know how? Well, your opportunity starts with us on social media shows. We have 20 shows a week live streamed across the globe with a reach of over 80,000 and growing. So you can host your own show and you can be anything you want to be. So let's bring the community together and let's bring the world to you. Join us now.
Welcome back to Vegas Live with Ninon. I'm Ninon, your host. And I just love this live streaming. It's something I have always wanted to do, and I haven't really done it. So I hope I don't make any mistakes. But life is full of mistakes, so who cares anyway? I have a young man called Rath with me, and we've been trying to get you on the show, and you were on another place and another place. It's been a bit hectic for you, Rath, but everything works out because now you're sitting here. Here we
Yes,
are.
absolutely.
Now we're here. And you're a writer and an actor, because I don't pre-interview my guests, so I have no idea what they do. I just know Rath has got a pretty smile. Okay, what's going on? What's happening? What's happening in your life?
Well, just I've been through a whirlwind of stuff lately.
Good.
Just gone through a lot of change in life, but things have gone really well.
I thought only women had the change of life.
Well,
I
no,
didn't
I'm
know.
not talking about that kind of change in life.
Oh, okay. I got that wrong, didn't I? Oh.
No, I went through a divorce.
Oh, you went through a divorce.
Yeah.
Are you a little aggravated about it?
Well, not aggravated, but yeah, a little bit. It's over and done with. I'm just glad that it's finally over.
Now you've got to relax and collect
Yes.
yourself, because I would imagine it's a pretty. I don't know what a divorce would be like.
It's really tough to deal with.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
but
And aggravating, and everything's different, and you've got a new life and a.
yeah, but everything is going in the right direction now, and I ended up selling my house.
Now, was that your house or both your houses?
It was my house, and I was really lucky to keep my home. So I was going to hold on to it, but I decided to sell it
Okay.
at the right.
Well, this is a good time to sell anyway. High price. Ooh.
Yep, and I
Yeah.
got a really good deal.
So now you're renting.
And no, I was actually going to go buy another house, but I decided not to do that. I decided to buy a fifth wheel trailer, a brand new one, and I absolutely love it.
I don't know many. I mean, if you're going to start dating, I don't know how many women are going to date a guy with a trailer. But that's
Oh, I'm not looking to date.
You're not looking to date. He's had
No,
enough of women. That's for
but-
sure.
But I tell you what, I got lady friends that are coming to visit. Yeah, you'd be
I think
surprised.
he's bragging.
Uh,
Why not?
Trailers are really, really cool.
I don't know,
And
I've
this
not-
one is brand new, and it's everything is just right there.
You sound like a
know.
happy camper. No pun intended.
Oh yeah, I am a very happy camper, and so I'm still writing, which is my job, what I do for a living.
Yes.
but
So let's get into your writing. You do writing for a living. So how many books have you written?
well, it's not the writing that's not the
No.
kind of writing that I'm into. I'm a technical writer, but I'm on this show to talk about my acting.
You want to talk about your acting now.
Yes.
Now you have a tape out. He has a reel out. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get it for this live streaming, but you'll be able to see the reel on when we put our show on YouTube, etc. So
Awesome.
it's going to go on there. So
And it's called Drone Down.
drone. Oh, that's very appropriate.
Drone Down, yes, and it's part of the Lucky 7 Triple Challenge Film Festival that Ben Stover started here for the Las
Ben.
Vegas.
How's all? I love
community.
Ben. How are you? I love
And
you.
I actually got to see him yesterday. I was
Oh, good.
on the set of Death Club,
Oh, okay. Set of
the movie
death?
the movie Death Club.
Sounds like you're going through a lot. Divorce, living in a trailer, on a death trip. What else are you going to tell me?
No, this is
Am I safe?
this is a movie called Death Club,
I know, I'm teasing you.
and so I was on the set of that, and then I also did, like I said, Drone Down. I have a supporting role in that
You have a
movie,
supporting role in it.
and
Okay.
it's really my first.
So what is this 7 thing going on? Because I've heard a lot about it, and I've had a lot of what, Ben's putting together and the whole bit. Well, what is it that's so important to you about this with the trailer and everything?
Well, Ben worked really hard to get this festival going for
Yes.
the community of Las Vegas. We want to put ourselves on the map, and this was the first, what would you say, the first real thing to get it in
The
that
first- the
direction
first festival
was
for
to raise money, which he raised about. I mean, his goal I think was over 100,000. I don't think he quite reached that, but he reached a goal to where he was able to get 5 or 6 different directors who had scripts and movies already.
So each
Yes.
director is producing their own film.
Yes.
And how long is the film? 12, 16
Well,
minutes?
it's a feature film.
It's a feature film.
It's a full-length feature film. So whatever, an hour and 20,
20
30, 40
minutes.
minutes, whatever, 50, however
So
long it
do
is.
all these people do it together, or is it done separately? What
What do you-
exactly is this event?
Well,
what is
so
the
what I
purpose?
was trying to say was that Ben raised this money, and there was these different directors that got in,
Yeah.
and so now there's like about 5 movies that are going to be coming out for the film festival in
And
January.
they're all feature. They're all feature films.
Yes, they'll be featured
Oh,
in
okay, that's
January
what- yeah, okay.
at the Galaxy Theater.
Yes.
So you know the Vegas community, all the actors from Las Vegas got a chance to audition for the roles in these movies, and I auditioned for Drone Down, and I got a supporting
So
role
how
out of
did you
it.
get Drone Down? It sounds fascinating.
I'm,
Drones, you know what
I'm
drones
extremely excited about the movie. It's about a Sasquatch. It's a Sasquatch movie. Obviously, it's a horror movie, and it was filmed out in Mount Charleston.
Okay.
And great group of actors. Mike Conway is the director.
Oh, really? How long did it take to film it? 10 days? 2 weeks?
Yeah, it's one of the stipulations is that this has to be done within a 10-day period.
Oh, that was a shot in the dark. 10 days.
And yeah, and so I believe it's about 10 days.
10 days to do a feature.
Yeah, and
movie.
then you get to edit it and all that, whatever you need to do, as long as it's ready by January.
So they have a certain date and a certain time
Yeah.
to do all this.
Yeah.
So everybody, you're talking about directors, producers, funders, everything, actors, they all get this incredible chance to do something.
Absolutely,
And in Vegas,
yes.
because Vegas is up and coming in the movie industry, if I'm
Yes,
thinking
and
right.
so that's the whole goal, is to try to put Vegas in the map and just to let people know here in that we got actors here in Vegas that are awesome and that have
Absolutely,
been
they're
working their
amazing. But
tails off.
But
And
the problem, the thing I find about Vegas is you don't need a set. They've got more sets here than you can shake a stick at with all the different hotels.
Yeah.
What a great place to film. And then you've got the desert you can go into, you've got
Yeah.
the mountains you can go to, and then you've got all the halls and you've got all the hotels.
yeah, Vegas is an amazing city.
It
I've
is.
been here for about 20 years now, so.
So
I
you've
love-
seen a big change.
I have, yeah. And now that I've gone through this life change, I've been exploring and going to different cities.
Which part of the life change are you talking about?
I've
There's
been
quite a few of
I've
them.
been exploring different cities in Nevada,
Oh,
and
really?
some of the cities that I have never even been to. I don't know if you're aware of it, but out of the 600 cities in Nevada, 500 of them
The
are
600?
either abandoned or ghost
Yeah,
towns.
ghost towns, yes. ghost towns.
So I've been wanting to explore, and so I started going and exploring. Got me some snake boots, got me a walking stick, and got me
Well, I'm definitely not having a date with you.
a brand new
That's for sure.
a brand
What
new
about those boots and snakes?
a brand new truck that I ordered for my fifth wheel trailer to haul. So I'll be getting that in a few weeks.
So you've got your RV, and then you've got the whole thing going.
Yeah, well, I've got my RV parked. I'm living in my RV, but
Where do you have it parked? Or maybe I shouldn't ask that question because you have all the.
I have it.
land
I
out
have
there.
it on the. I have it actually in my favorite part of town, which is near St. Rose Parkway.
Oh.
I don't know if you're familiar with the
I live like 5
Las
minutes.
Vegas, but
I live like 5 minutes from St. Rose Parkway. What
oh,
part? Yeah.
St. Rose Parkway is my favorite area. So I'm on that side of town.
Are you near
and
the M then?
I am actually.
This is dangerous.
What do you mean with that's
I'm
dangerous?
5 minutes from the M.
Oh wow, that's really amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really loving it, and I'm going to start exploring as soon as this weather cools down and start checking out some mines.
Now you talk
and,
about mines. Okay, I'm good. There's a little trivia here, but I'm not quite sure, but I'm going to quote it. Lithium apparently is one of the #1 places for lithium is Nevada. It is not all over America, but they have lithium, abundance of lithium. And of course, you know what we need lithium for, because we're having all these cars, electric cars and everything, and we need lithium for the batteries. And so Nevada is one of the places for lithium.
Interesting.
So if you want to buy stock in lithium, buy the one, I forget the name of it, but I have the name of it listed. And yeah.
So yeah, I'm just really excited. I'm looking forward to venturing out into some new
Your whole new
things
life.
that I've never even done. I was married for 13 years, and I'm happier now than I've ever been. And me and my wife were friends. My
Oh, that's
ex-wife
nice.
were friends.
That's nice.
and
Just couldn't live together. That's
It just
all.
was,
Well, you do have a very definite personality.
Thank you.
Yeah, you have a very definite
Thank you
personality.
very much.
You seem to know. I didn't know it was a compliment, but that's a compliment. But you have a very definite, you know where you're going, you know what you want to do. And it sounds
That
like
wasn't the compliment?
no, of course it was a compliment. You think I'm not going to give you a compliment on the air? I was just joking.
No.
Of course. But so now you can do everything you want. So are you going to be writing? Because what you write about is something different anyway.
Well, I'm a technical writer, so that's what I've been doing for a living.
Computers and
yeah,
putting them together and
cancer
stuff.
oncology software is what it deals with.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What do you mean? You said cancer?
Cancer oncology. Yeah.
Okay.
So I
Explain that a
write documentation for registrars and people to understand what they're doing
What they're doing and
Yeah.
how they're... Yeah.
and how to and I just pretty much they look at the manual and they know what to do.
Okay. Well, maybe most people do. I look at a manual, I still don't know what to do. How can anybody reach you?
Well, I'm not really the kind of guy that goes around and just publicizes myself everywhere. You know,
Well, now's the time to do it. Now
Yeah,
you can
well,
actually
you
say,
know,
all right, so you're an actor. So if somebody wants you for an acting part, how do they get you?
Well, I'm usually
Here we go. Well, I don't know.
I have my agents and I have
All right. Well, who's your agent?
well, I don't want to say who my agent is, but I mean
Oh, then how's anybody going to reach you?
I don't understand what you're saying.
If somebody's watching this program, they say, "Wow, I want that guy for that part." How do they find you?
Well, I mean, here in the Vegas community, I mean, everybody kind of knows each other. So, you audition,
Okay.
you get cast.
Well.
And so, I'm on Facebook on most of the
And
actors.
what name on the Facebook do you go?
On like the different actors' websites that they have. I'm not really looking to publicize myself, I'm just here to talk with you.
You're the first one I've ever interviewed that does not want to publicize
Yeah,
himself.
no, I'm
fascinated.
just not really into that.
I think that's great.
When
He's
it happens,
right.
and if it happens,
It happens.
fantastic. But
Awesome.
I'm not here to smother you to, I'm here to talk about myself, a little bit of what I do and my movie, and
It's amazing.
That's it.
Absolutely, you're fabulous.
and you're fabulous too. I love you
Thank
too.
you. Oops.
Your
Here
show.
we go. I know. Anyway, if he doesn't want to give any publicity out or anything out, I will. Vegas Live with Ninon. Don't forget to go to YouTube and subscribe. We're also on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on all those social media platforms. There's so many of them out there that I even get confused. But thank you so much for coming on. He's a great guy, right?
Thank you very
You
much.
can find him. He's around the M. That's off Rose Parkway in the M Hotel. You can find him around there somewhere. I'll be right back with my next guest. Take care.
John is an employee at one of the most famous firms in the city of New York, so his job is very hectic, and he realized that it is necessary for him to go and finally take a vacation. But he went on a vacation without planning out the details, and wasn't able to truly enjoy where he went because he had to think about so many things that he didn't plan for. Instead of enjoying his time away from work, he came back with more stress that he was not able to take full advantage of his vacation. But this year, a coworker suggested him to try World Ventures this time to make his vacationing more enjoyable and less stressful. They do not require you to plan anything outside of your transportation, which is also available at discounted rates. Your stay, your transport, and many meals are planned by the club. John liked the idea very much. He tries World Ventures, and his experience with the club was amazing, as he made many friends there with whom he had a great time. John recommends that everyone should try this club, as they are the best in business. See how the VIP-vacation-club.com can give you the right experience without all the hassle. Enjoy the VIP experience that only World Ventures provides.
We've reached the age of live streaming on social media shows. You may ask, we're already ahead of the curve, so why do you need to advertise with us? Well, only 8% of the businesses in the US are using digital advertising to grow their business. That's 2 percentage points short of reaching critical mass, which will lead to faster results. We have 20 plus shows with a reach of over 80,000. We'll give you commercial ads, website link, and connections to nonprofit organizations. So get your brand ready for digital monetization, for we are looking for sponsors, which will bring more traffic to your business and ultimately mean more sales. So let's bring the world to you. Inquire now.
Welcome back to Vegas Live with Ninon. I'm Ninon, your host, and we have Jason with me, and apparently he does a lot of different things. I'm not quite sure because I don't pre-interview, so I don't know what he does, but one thing I do know he does is real estate. Now, we all know, hello Jason.
Hello.
I love your glasses.
Thank you.
Look at those groovy glasses.
My fiance picked them out for me.
Oh,
She
well,
dresses.
hang on a
She
second.
dresses
Now,
me.
hang
I
on a
cannot
second.
dress
We
myself.
just had a photograph taken, and I was carrying you over the threshold,
Yes.
and now you tell me you've got a fiance.
I'm
We have a bit of a
sorry.
problem.
I've got
Oh,
to
don't be
play
sorry,
different.
you've got
I've
two
gotta
women
play
now.
different angles here.
Yeah, you definitely
I
play
can
the
barely
angle.
handle one woman, so.
All right, I'm out. I don't think I can handle you anyway, Jason. Jason's in real estate. Now, obviously, being in real estate right now is amazing.
In some ways, yes.
Oh,
It's very
A
competitive.
negative flip.
Very competitive market right now.
I've been in real estate since, I got to go back because I'm going to date myself, but I'm going to go back to the 80s. And then it was I was a child. And then it was very, very much easier. Now it's such a competition.
Yeah.
There are so many of you out there. And
Yeah, and supply is not the greatest right now, so it's a definite seller's market.
It's a seller's market.
Definitely a seller's market.
Do you know, my house isn't even up for sale, and it will not be up for sale, and I must have had in the last month at least 100 or 200 calls. I understand your house is for sale. I understand my house is not for sale. And then they put these things up of how much it's worth,
Yeah,
and of course they're trying to buy it as cheap as possible and sell it as high as possible.
of course.
So tell me, what's happening?
Well, I mean, real estate right now is in the real estate world, supply and demand. There's the supply is not meeting the demand, which is causing prices to go up. It's just basic high school economics at that point. If there's not enough of something, and then the price is gonna go up. So
Sounds like gasoline. Sounds like gas at the moment. They've kind of
Yeah.
locked it all up.
I feel like with gasoline though, there's always some excuse. you know.
Well, they lock it away.
Yeah.
You know, they've got plenty. They've got plenty of oil. Believe me, they've got loads of oil.
Oh, yeah.
They've got loads
Yeah.
of stuff. But
It's
just lock
okay.
it up and then put the price up. You know,
It's
it'll
okay.
start coming down a little now because schools are going back to school now, so
Yeah.
people aren't traveling as much now. So now they can probably drop the price a little bit now.
Probably, I hope so.
Probably, I hope so
It's too
too.
expensive.
Now, what's going to happen in this? We've been having this government thing of $300 a week,
Mhm.
that they've been getting from the government.
Yes.
So people have stopped going to work, and then they also had this thing that you didn't have to pay your rent.
Well, it's not really you don't have to pay your rent. There are some
Well,
circumstances.
let's put it, the
for-
government, Washington, whatever you want to call this place, wherever we are, they said you didn't have to if you didn't want to.
Well, it's a little more in depth than that. It's,
So what's the in-depth? Tell me.
if you're having issues due to COVID related stuff, then there's
Well, if the whole world is.
an eviction moratorium. But a lot of people have lost their jobs, essential workers and stuff.
Yes.
Still employed, still getting a paycheck because
Yeah.
you need it. But a lot of people lost their jobs.
But then also the unemployment, people are not going back to work because
Yeah.
they've been paid this money, $300 a week.
Yeah, that's
So
I
if
keep
you get
saying that.
$1,200 a month, and then you don't pay your rent,
Yeah.
so what happens to the poor person, moi, like myself, that owns it and has to pay the mortgage? What happens?
So if if a tenant doesn't pay their
Rent,
rent,
yes. And we still have to pay the mortgage.
well, we actually have a tenant. Luckily, we have a great tenant who's always on time. So
Okay.
we've never had to come across that. And
Okay.
I'll have
But
to
on
talk to some of the
a
more
whole,
seasoned
on a
realtors
whole,
about
that's
that.
what's the big word going around.
And it's scaring a lot of people.
It's just
too.
scaring a lot of people. I'm
Yeah.
going to tell you why. What's going to happen? This is just hypothetical. That because they haven't paid the rent, they have to pay the mortgage. How much longer can they pay the mortgage without the rent?
Yes.
So how many foreclosures are we going to get? That's where I'm going to. So then you have an abundance of
now
houses.
it's not like 2008 where everyone got a loan. You just go and sign your name, they'll give you a loan. So now the prerequisites are a
That
little.
wasn't so.
I've heard of a lot of people just falling under, with the whole mortgage thing in like 2008. Of course, I wasn't in real estate then. I was still doing surgery at that time, but
Well, there's a lot of modifications and lots of.
Yeah.
What's this surgery thing?
I just dabbed it. I was just an amateur surgery person, just a hobby of mine.
I don't know. How could you be
I'm
an
kidding.
amateur? I think this is
totally
one of his
joking.
jokes.
I'm totally joking.
Because I was told by my producer that you're a bit of a comedian.
I wouldn't consider myself. I say
But-
dumb things. My fiance would disagree. Like, he's not funny. She's a smart one.
Okay.
See, I hope she's watching right now.
Are you
You
watching?
hear that,
What's her
Christy?
name?
You are the smart one.
Christy, you are the smart
Uh-huh.
one.
I mean, she has to
put
put
that
up
up
with
on a
this.
great big blackboard so that when he walks in the house this afternoon, when he gets back home, are you living together?
Yes, we have a trailer by the M.
Well, not another one.
Oh yeah, no, it's a
Oh,
big.
yeah.
No, I'm kidding. We don't have a trailer.
I'm going to move into the trailers. This sounds really
Everyone gets
exciting.
trailers. We're all going to the M.
We all go.
We're all going to the M. But she's great, and
And what does she do? Is she in real estate?
she actually does financial consulting. She works with big companies. She has like top secret government clearances. And,
Oh, wow.
You know,
You're smart to marry a woman like that.
so she's
genius.
She's smart. She is.
Yes.
She's very, very book smart. And me, I'm just she's the one that kind of sets everything like this. What we need to do. This is how to be an adult, Jason. And I'm like, okay, Christy.
I don't wanna go
This
there.
is how we go have fun.
I don't wanna
and
go
let's,
there.
Let's kind of let your guard down, and let's have some fun. But
So you
she's-
get her to relax and put her guard down,
I
and
try.
she tries to get you to be a little bit more business.
Yes, and she hits me sometimes if I don't obey her rules.
Oh,
She's
is this
very
is
strong.
that kind of abuse?
No, I mean, we have a safe word and all that stuff.
What's this?
I'm kidding. I'm joking. We're not going down that path. It's for a different show.
Yeah, well, no.
That's a
it
joke,
Could be. So what do you do for a sideline?
I'm sorry.
For a sideline, what do you do for occupation or something else you like to do apart from trying to
We
sell
do a
real
lot of
estate?
stuff with our dog. Like our dog is like our son.
What's it?
I talked about him the last time I was here. His name is Corey Taylor.
Corey Taylor.
Yes,
Do you know Corey Taylor?
I don't. I know the musician. I've never met him.
Well,
I
there's
know
a young
he
lady in
lives here.
town called Corey. I think it's Corey Taylor. Hi, Corey. How are you?
There is a.
She has a talk show. So.
Oh, there's
Yes.
also a singer for a heavy metal band that's here. That's who the dog is
really?
named after.
Oh, named
yes.
after the band.
Yeah.
And what instrument does the dog play?
Oh, geez. He plays.
Plays the backup.
He's
he's
a
a backup.
He's a classical musician. No, I'm kidding. He's a
He's a
Juilliard
backup.
grad as a puppy.
This show is going nowhere. I hope
No,
you all
we are-
like
we're
it.
going
We're
nowhere.
going nowhere. We're going down all these different holes. We ended up at St. Rose Parkway.
So we're getting a trailer by
he
the
gets
end. The
abused
dog
by
is
his
going to play
wife.
some music.
Yes. So what's your favorite music? Since we got into the
It
music.
depends on the kind of mood I'm in. I'm a big music fan, so I think
Yes.
music I use it as kind of a way to
escape.
escape or change how you feel. If I'm having a bad day, if I put on some angry
Oh, you
music,
could never have. Can you imagine
or-
Jason having a bad day?
Oh, I have lots of bad days.
I don't
Everybody
think
has
so.
bad days.
I don't.
If I'm feeling, a little mushy, I'll put on some John Mayer, some Ed Sheeran, or and just about everything in between. Even a little bit of country every now and
So
then.
do you work at home, and does your wife work at home?
She works at home.
Your fiance, excuse me,
She's usually traveling, but because of COVID, a lot of people aren't going back to the office right now.
No,
So
no.
she's been working a lot from home, and I will go into the office
Occasionally.
and do most of my
When
work
needed.
from home too. Yeah.
How many houses do you roughly sell a month?
Actually, I just got into real estate, so not even a year ago, I was still doing surgery. So
I thought you said.
I've been in.
I'm so confused. Now, surgery, I thought you said was kind of a part-time thing, and I thought, how can
No,
you
no.
have surgery as a part-time thing?
So when
So-
I was 19, I joined the Army, and I was a combat medic in the Army,
Oh, okay, all right,
the U.S. Army,
okay.
not like the Afghan Army.
You weren't in the Afghan army.
Was not in the Afghan Army.
Okay.
So so I started doing that. Got into the medical field, and went
Did
into
you pass
surgery
all
from
your
there.
exams and everything? Did you get through all that?
Barely. I'm like just way below average in surgery, but I'm good enough. No,
So if I
didn't.
wanted something done,
I
I
did.
would not. No one would recommend you, would they?
I would recommend.
You would recommend.
Yes,
me.
I
So
that's
what's
one thing
your-
I actually did
what-
take pride in was.
And what was your forte in that?
Do you really want to know?
No, I'm just asking for fun.
Okay.
Of course I want to
well,
know.
I'm going to answer you for fun then. I did mostly robotic gynecology.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Robotic?
Yeah, so we would use a robot, surgical, yeah, kind of like a video game type thing, and it's a robot hooked up, and we would do hysterectomies and everything.
This is fascinating.
So yeah, kind of went down that path.
I want to ask, did you enjoy it? I mean,
I
the
did.
training must have been a little different.
It was, but it was rewarding in some ways, and in other ways, it's like, surgery, and it's
Well, surgery in any part of the
healthcare.
body is
But
tough.
it's almost kind of an assembly line type thing.
Oh,
It's
really?
not like, this patient's next. It's like the appendix is next, then the hysterectomy. Of course, we take all proper precautions to make sure it's a
Well, I
correct
hope
patient,
so.
and we have imaging and all that. I don't want to make it sound like we're just going to take somebody.
Oh, come on, hysterectomy, come on, this way.
Who's got a
No,
bunion out here? Let's take
aisle
the
down.
bunion off. But
We
but
should
like-
not be joking about this because this is a very serious matter with women.
it is. But
But we are.
But yeah, I mean, it was very rewarding because you're helping people.
Yes, of course.
And I did a lot of breast cancer stuff. I worked with a great
Oh, really?
breast
That
cancer
must be
surgeon
tough. That must be
in
hard.
Virginia. Yeah, but it's the rewarding part is when you see them 2 years later,
And they're healed and it's
doing
gone
totally
and
fine.
everything's fine.
Yeah.
Did you find when a woman comes in with breast cancer, of course this is so important to a woman, of her body, did you find you had to kind of talk to them and sort of, try to probably calm them down or get them to understand it's okay and we're going to cure it?
You want to give hope,
Yeah.
but you also don't want to give false hope.
Well, no.
And most of the times when the conversations like that came around, the surgeon would go and
Would
talk
go
to the
and talk to
patient,
the patient
and
and
handle
explain
that
a little
part.
bit.
We weren't really trained to go talk to someone and say, hey, look, you have cancer. That's more of
Let me
an
explain what it
MD
is and
would
what's going to
go,
happen to you
yeah.
and how you go through it and everything
Yeah.
else. But at the same time, you're there and you're watching this woman and you're helping this woman.
Yeah.
So that must be very gratifying.
And I've helped deliver babies. I've
Have you
been
delivered babies?
at C-sections. We would do those. So, and it's kind of amazing when you stop and think that when a child is brought into this world, it's like I am the first person to have ever held this child.
Yes. Oh,
You know,
wow, how does that feel? Well, I never thought of that.
You just think about it like, just don't,
Yeah, because you
don't
have to-
drop the baby. Just don't drop the baby. Hand it to the nurse. But that never happened. But
You really are a comedian. Don't drop the baby.
no, but that is like
Don't
one
drop
thing.
really don't drop the baby.
But it and things like that, it's kind of amazing. Those are the times you're really grateful for what you do, and
Yeah.
you get that little rewarding feeling inside.
This
or-
must be amazing when you see this baby and you take the baby for the first time. That must be such.
It is.
It must
It
be.
really is.
So you're going to have children of your own?
My fiance and I are talking about it. So there's
That's a
been,
good
there's been
idea.
some chatter.
That's a good idea. Talk
Yeah.
about it.
I know.
So how can anybody reach you? Do you still do surgeries and anything like that?
I'm still licensed, but
You're still
I
licensed.
don't do it.
You don't do it. So how can people reach you for your real estate?
Um,
Sell their home.
For real estate, if you want to sell your home or a 5-wheel trailer,
Back to the trade.
I'm with Real Broker Realty. That's here in Las Vegas. You can reach me on my email is Jason Vegas Realtor. That's so creative, right?
Very clear.
Jason Vegas
Jason
Realtor
Vegas Realtor.
at gmail.com. Or should I give my phone number?
That's up to you, not me. I
Two-
give my number out all the time.
202-403-7972. I still have my Washington, D.C. area
I was going to
code.
say, you're back in Washington.
Yes, I am. Or if you lose my number, there's a lot of stalls, restroom stalls around the city that probably have my phone number written.
Oh, you one of those people that kind of cut it in there?
Oh yeah, I carved it in
carved
there.
it.
Yeah, great business. I get some weird calls though.
So yeah, I bet you do.
Not all. It's kind of weird.
This has been a fascinating interview. We've gone from one side to the other side, and
We've gone
actually,
all over the
we've been all over the world. We've
All over
kind
the
of
place.
been- in fact, all my interviews have been rather different. I have really travelled all over the world with my interviews this particular
Yeah.
week. It's been fun though, and I absolutely thoroughly enjoy it. I've still got some more interviews to go,
Yeah.
but I think you're fascinating. You're fabulous.
Thank you.
And he is engaged, so ladies, you're out of it.
Sorry.
Thank you for watching Vegas Live with Ninon. I'm Ninon, your host, and we're going to have the next guest. But don't forget to go to YouTube, subscribe, and I want to thank everybody out there for being a member and also subscribing and follows and likes and all that. Because if it wasn't for you out there, nothing would happen. Thank you. We'll be right back.
Live streaming on social media is the best new way to interact and bond with your community. Do you love to encourage, motivate, and empower others, but you do not know how? Well, your opportunity starts with us on social media shows. We have 20 shows a week live streamed across the globe, with a reach of over 80,000 and growing. So you can host your own show, and you can be anything you want to be. So let's bring the community together, and let's bring the world to you. Join us now. Live streaming on social media is the best new way to interact and bond with your community. Do you love to encourage, motivate, and empower others, but you do not know how? Well, your opportunity starts with us on social media shows. We have 20 shows a week live streamed across the globe, with a reach of over 80,000 and growing. So you can host your own show, and you can be anything you want to be. So let's bring the community together, and let's bring the world to you. Join us now.
John is an employee at one of the most famous firms in the city of New York, so his job is very hectic, and he realized that it is necessary for him to go and finally take a vacation. But he went on a vacation without planning out the details, and wasn't able to truly enjoy where he went because he had to think about so many things that he didn't plan for. Instead of enjoying his time away from work, he came back with more stress that he was not able to take full advantage of his vacation. But this year, a coworker suggested him to try World Ventures this time to make his vacationing more enjoyable and less stressful. They do not require you to plan anything outside of your transportation, which is also available at discounted rates. Your stay, your transport, and many meals are planned by the club. John liked the idea very much. He tries World Ventures, and his experience with the club was amazing, as he made many
Anybody who is familiar with Vegas Live with Ninon is probably looking at a completely different set. We are down here at the Art House Theater, which is in the art district of Las Vegas, which is a little bit downtown, but kind of out of it a little bit. I have Sam Shockley with me, and she's an amazing woman. She's a producer, she does everything in town. And you've got a new program coming out, Sam.
Yes, Vegas Beyond the Strip. It's on the Roku, not the Roku channel, but the Roku platform.
The Roku platform.
The Roku channel has its own
channel
programming,
yes.
But we have our own platform right there.
So you have a platform which is part of Roku.
Right. And how this all started was...
Yeah, what happened? How did all of a sudden, Sam, you appeared?
We came to Vegas and we started doing live shows. And once COVID hit, there were no more live shows.
Well, I went to a lot of your live shows.
Oh, yes, you did.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, of course. Why wouldn't you?
And I loved them. Yeah, I was always there. It was fabulous. Loved it.
Well, my husband said, as we watched streaming TV, I'm going to start a television station. And I said, over my dead body.
Oh, but you're still alive and you have a station,
That's
so
right.
I guarantee
That's
that he didn't listen to you at all.
No, it never
Well,
does.
husbands don't normally listen anyway.
Well, we had our channel in Henderson, and we did that for a year, and the entertainers seemed to embrace it beautifully. So we decided to move down to Las Vegas to 3,300 square feet of studio space, which is marvelous, and now they're flocking even more. We have such talent behind the talent, and that's Donnie Whitbick. He does the music for Asia, and he does our music.
Fabulous.
Yes, and we have David and Deb, and they do the production, and we're so excited.
Now, beyond what you do behind the scenes, it sounds like what it is. This is all the bands. You have the bands. They come in and they play, and they do a whole is it 2 or 3 songs they do? What do they do?
Oh, well, we just recently had your associate, Dana Day, come in. She did Patsy Cline and Karen Carpenter. Oh, my God, she's got such a low register, but then she can go high. It's
Yes.
amazing.
Yes.
Then she had 4 people behind her, and we have the Dewberry Davis group. They're a jazz group.
I love
between
jazz.
New York and here.
Yes.
They've been here for many years, and they're fabulous. And they supported and lifted her up, and we're really excited. They're kind of our house band. We have another house band that Kelly Vaughn brought to us, and that has Stephen.
And who's Kelly Vaughn?
Oh, Kelly Vaughn, she toured with Asia for many years.
Yes.
She is incredible, and she's got 3 shows on our station. We have her doing Barbra Streisand and then the 2 country session shows. She does Dolly Parton and Reba McEntire, and she's going to do a live show for us in November. That we're going back to live.
Do you
But-
want to do that?
I don't.
Yeah, but you didn't want to do this either.
I know, and I'm having so much fun.
Yeah.
I can't believe how humble and delightful these entertainers are.
They are.
When they're good,
Yeah,
they're good.
they're really good. But they also need all the publicity. This is why we do Vegas Live with Ninon, is because we're trying to give them a platform so that we can put them out there. A lot of people don't understand how many bands there are in Vegas, how many singers, entertainers. This is the entertainment place of the world. And not all of them are on stage. Not all of them can get work. And
Well,
so
I was
we'll give
about
them-
to say Stephen Lee, he's the music director for Marie Osmond, and then his better half, Brenda Cowart, is a pianist. But I am old, so I can't remember. I'm going to tell you some of the stars that we've had. Joey Melati is the music director for Barry Manilow.
And he's
Yes.
fabulous. I love Joey. Hi, Joey. How you doing?
Ann Martinez. Oh my God, she's so
Oh,
fabulous.
that woman has got a voice on her that doesn't quit.
And she has the reddest hair.
Oh, she's so pretty.
And
oh.
we put her with a green background. We do everything green screen, so we can pick the backgrounds for these people. It's so wonderful. And Patrick Hogan, our
Patrick
child
Hogan,
genius.
yes. Yeah.
Let me see. Bucky Hurd, he is the righteous brother. He's been on the show. Steve Connolly is Elvis on Fremont
Steve
Street.
Connolly, yeah.
Yep, yep.
It's like reading my list.
Elisa Fiorello was
Oh, yeah.
20 years with, she was intermittently 20 years with Prince. Traveled the world with him, and she's,
Oh, she's got a voice on her.
She is so
Doesn't she
amazing.
sing with Kelly Clinton?
yes, she does.
They sing together, and when they're together, it's absolutely amazing.
We had
They're
a
both
show
awesome.
for 6 months in Vegas, and she and Kelly did it. It was just
That was before COVID.
breathtaking.
Yeah, that
Yes,
was before
yeah.
COVID. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, let's see. We have Wendy and Tasha and Naomi and the Dixie Flats, and we have
It
just
goes
so
on and
many
on and
stars.
on.
Look at all
Yeah.
the stars we have.
Yes.
We've got 25 shows on the station. We had 40, but we took off the ones that were not with this new production team, because this production team puts out a product that is incredible.
Good.
So,
Sam has said her piece. Where can they reach you?
VegasBeyondTheStrip.com. You go to that place and you can get a subscription. It's $4.95 per month, or you get 13 months for $49. Now, if you went to a show, and these are whole 40-minute shows, not 3 songs. These are 40-minute shows. you would pay at least $50 a person.
Absolutely.
This is $50 a year.
Yeah.
So we're just thrilled with the way that people have embraced this, and the stars that are coming to us, and the
think it's
shows that are
amazing.
coming in the future. I mean,
Notice I'm letting her do all the talking.
I'm
I don't usually do that, do I?
I'm
But
sorry.
no, don't ever be sorry. No, I'm letting you. I want you to actually put out what you're doing and what you're doing something very similar to what I'm doing. I don't have the bands, but we're going to be having bands. But
Are you?
yes. But yeah, you've got some competition coming up. Be careful. Do you know there's no competition? You know why there's no competition? I am the competition. I'm just teasing.
I love this lady.
We've known each other for years, so we can tease each other because it's really funny.
You come up to this lady and she air kisses you like in Hollywood. She's a Hollywood star.
Oh, I don't know about that, but
Yes,
anyway.
indeed. You look her up.
Yes, I got a pretty good resume right there. I always say to people, they say, well, who are you? I said, well, just put Ninon de Vere de Rosa into Google and it'll come up. That's all you have to do.
I had to take a nap in the middle of her resume
she's teasing.
because it was
She's
so long. I mean,
teasing.
what this woman has done.
I've had, I often say that if I die right now, which I am not planning on, but if I do, I'm not planning on it, but if I do, I have had the most beautiful life any woman could have. I have had everything.
Well, you
Everything.
give me credit for doing things with this channel.
Yeah,
I
do
do
it.
nothing. All I do is hi and kiss and
That's like me.
I
Where's everybody?
I just do all the fun stuff.
You do the fun
My
stuff, but no, you
husband
make it
does
fun.
the business.
You make it fun, but he's a businessman. He's one of those who wants the business stuff. Yeah, he is. He's definitely. He does the business. I know him well. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. How long have you been married?
33 years.
33 years.
And he's my third husband.
How do you get the other two? Good
I'm
Lord,
old. I'm very old.
I don't think so, but she started very young. Put it that way.
Okay. All right.
We'll
I'll
keep
take
it
it.
up there. I want to thank everybody out there. I also want to thank social media shows. They are my new channel, who are actually Pureza. She is my new producer, and we're putting all this together. She's doing a fabulous job with it. We've had a couple of glitches, but who cares? It doesn't make her. That's show business, and I don't particularly mind, because what I do is I help people get to the next level. So it's all within my reach of whatever I can do, I will do for anybody out there. Any of you out there that would like to come on Vegas Live with Ninon, just get in touch with social media shows, and they'll book you and get you in there. And what else can I say? Yeah, go to YouTube. I've got my own YouTube channel. Go there as well, and then you can sign in and subscribe and do all that. I also have another show called Ninon Speaks. That's done through Zoom. That's more 2 and 2. There's only 4 of us on the show, and that's strictly on Zoom. We actually have people from all over the world come on, and we just had another show that I'm doing, which is called Ninon's Network. And that we just had 2 people from Ghana coming in, actually they were living there, and they just came in through this program. So we're reaching everybody. That's what it is right now. Right now, it is streaming media, which is what we're doing, and I love it. Thank you, Maria. This is her doing. I love it. And that's what's all happening now. Streaming media is the one big thing out there, and I love doing this, and it's just great, and everybody gets to see it. We also, after it, she splits all the shows down, and we end up on YouTube. I'm talking too much. I just want to thank everybody out there, and I want to thank Sam. Sam, and good luck with your new show. I love it, and don't forget to go to her show as well. Absolutely amazing. We will be right back next week.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, and we'll see you next week. And take care, everybody.